Okay, so if none of that stuck from the previous video, don't panic. This video is a little bit more important. We're going to talk about the concept of the web. This is a course on web development, so I guess naturally it matters a bit more. But this is also the first of many opportunities we have to discuss and learn what the web is. Still just very high-level intro. Okay, so the internet is this network of networks. It's the infrastructure that enables many things, including the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web, commonly known as the web, is an information system where we're able to share documents and resources over the internet. And those resources, those documents, are identified by URLs, Uniform Resource Locators. Basically, anytime you've gone to a URL or used a web browser to view some website, you are using the web. Right? If I go to Reddit or Wikipedia, if I click a link on any of these pages, that's all the web. Anything in a web browser. Well, I shouldn't say if it's the only thing that happens in a web browser, but that's really what web browsers allow us to do, is request and view web resources. So remember, the internet does more than just the web. It enables, streaming services and email, just as two examples. The web is one portion of what goes over those cables. So the web is this information system that allows us to share resources over the internet. And as I mentioned, those resources are identified by URLs. And the way that the information is transferred and the way that the web really works is there's this protocol, this thing called HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. You probably have come across that or at least seen the letters HTTP or HTTPS in your browser. This is the foundation of how the World Wide Web works, how we communicate, and how we request and share resources or web pages. So HTTP is a protocol. It's a standardized sort of set of rules for how a form of communication should work. There are many other protocols involved in the internet. There's a TCP/IP protocol. There's this whole stack of protocols. We're not going to get into it. But HTTP is by far the most important for our purposes. So let's talk about how it works at a high level. When I go to some web page, let's say I'm going to Reddit, and I click a link to Reddit or a bookmark I have, or I just refresh the page like I'll do right now. I'm going to refresh. I am generating a request to this URL specifically. So what happens there, there's a very, very long journey that my request undergoes before it actually makes it to one of Reddit's servers. But it is a request asking for this particular resource. And then at some point, hopefully, I get a response back from one of Reddit's servers back to my machine saying, here you go, this is what you asked for. And then my browser's job is to display the information for me in a beautiful web page. Not always beautiful, but in some sort of page that makes sense to me and my human eyes. So it happens very, very quickly. But when I hit enter here, right, my request is going all the way to Reddit servers and then all the way back to me with the response. And then my browser makes sense of it, and then I make sense of it. So that all happens relatively quickly, at least depending on the speed of your internet and assuming that you're requesting a resource that exists. I said the term server. Specifically, I'm referring to a web server when I say that. There are different types of servers in general. They don't really matter for the purposes of this course, but there are video game servers, just as an example. We're talking about web servers, where they are machines connected to the internet, where their entire job is to satisfy requests coming in via the web, so web requests. We will be writing our own server code in this course eventually so that we can satisfy requests. We can have an incoming request asking for some page, and we can respond with information. Now, there's a lot more to it. We need to often make sure somebody has permission to do something. Are they logged in? Do they own this? Is this a real resource they're asking for? Those are all things we will learn to implement. But at its core, the web is this system of sharing resources over the internet, and it's all built on this thing called HTTP. We will dive way deeper into HTTP in a bit, more than a bit, later on in this course. We'll be making requests at a much lower level. We'll look at requests and what a response looks like. But for now, you just need to know that they exist. HTTP is a thing. So here's another example of the job of a server. If I request from Reddit server, reddit.com, some subreddit that just doesn't exist, the job of that Reddit server is to tell me, I don't know what that is. So if I try and go to a subreddit like that, chickens, blah, 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 I'm requesting that. Reddit server is going to analyze that request and figure out, I don't know what the heck he's on about, and then it sends me back a different resource, a different page. So another term you'll hear is client, and that is just a way of referring to the machine, the computer, the device that is requesting something from a server. So in this case, I'm the client, or the browser is the client, my machine is the client. I am requesting a resource from Reddit, Reddit's server, or Wikipedia's server. Basically, anything that's happening here in the browser is happening on the client side, which is like a very common term. And then anything that happens on Reddit servers or Wikipedia servers, or eventually when we write our own server logic, all that code happens on the server side. Okay, so that's just a very, very quick intro. In the next video, I'm going to dive a bit more into what actually comes back from one of these requests that I send. What does my browser receive and what does it do with it?